We finally have an update on the ARTEMIS FOWL movie.
We're getting more BIOSHOck Infinite.
And we now know how big the big purple Nazis are in X-Men Days of Future Past.
Today is Friday, August 2nd, 2013. Welcome to Pretty Much It, and also welcome to VidCon. We are shooting this episode live. Everybody say hello.
It sounds like there's a lot of people there, but it's just one guy with a very wide range.
Yes, we're very excited to be here at VidCon, and you know, we're kind of shooting on the fly. We've been on the road trip, so hopefully everything goes off without a hitch. Bear with us. We're doing the best we can.
We're discovering ourselves.
And the best we can do is to talk about the news. But before we get into that, I just want to make sure you guys are aware that we did a video with John, the Flick Pick. Click the link in the info to check that out. We also did a commentary track for Inspector Gadget 2 last week. Links are all down in the info, some really good stuff. But now, I say without further ado, we don't have Choose Your News, unfortunately, because we're on the road. But let's talk about the news.
Ruined.
No, we'll talk about the news. It's okay. Starting off with movie news. Okay?
All right. That's what we usually do.
First things first, we're not starting off with Marvel. We're not starting off with DC.
How off the rails are you going to take this?
We're starting off with something we've never talked about on the show, as far as I know.
Okay.
I talked about it a long time ago, I don't even know when, ARTEMIS FOWL.
And
do you guys know what this is?
I love that book.
I know of it. I know of it. I know it's
You know of it.
I know it's a book about a boy.
Okay.
And that's all I
Rich
know.
boy.
Did you actually read it?
Yeah, I read all of
I
them.
didn't know that. Oh my god, now I like you.
Best friends,
All right,
2012.
all right. Now, ARTEMIS FOWL, in case you don't know, is a book series akin to like Harry Potter or something like that, because it's, you know, the one kid. All right, I'm saying it's the one kid. He goes on a crazy adventure. It's got magic, it's got fairies and all that
Not at
jazz.
all. He's underselling it completely.
No,
How
it's
would
the
you
same.
sell it?
Okay, he's like Bruce Wayne, but he's a kid in a fairy world. And he's got a butler who
Sold
shoots
it.
people.
He
He's got a
sold
butler
it.
who shoots people.
Yeah.
Does he murder?
And you know what his name
He
is? You know what his
murders
name
people.
is?
His name
What
is
is it?
Butler.
Butler.
Cool.
Genius.
Is
The
he a
guy couldn't
robot?
think of anything else.
He's not a robot,
No.
but he's like a robot.
But here's the thing. I absolutely love these books. You like the books too.
Love
I'm
them.
glad to hear
Incredible universe.
The problem is that I knew this was going to happen. They are turning it into a movie, which is great, which is awesome. I'd love to see them try it, but they're doing exactly what I always said they should not do. Because they always called me up and I said, don't do it, don't do it. They're
got some
turning
really good
the
connections.
first two books into one movie, the same way they did it with like a series of unfortunate events.
That's so funny because I feel like they would take the first book and make it 3 movies, like how they usually do.
They probably could. It's a pretty long book, but
yeah.
now think about it.
It's a big world.
This is horrible because the first two books, you got
you
ARTEMIS
hate
FOWL
this.
and then you got ARTEMIS FOWL, the Arctic Incident, totally different.
Totally different, yeah.
You got one is not in the Arctic and one is in the Arctic.
Yeah.
Well, what was the Arctic incident?
That was
what
the-
I
happened?
can't tell you. I'll spoil
Oh
the
no!
movie.
There was stuff with his dad. He had to like save his dad.
A lot of stuff with his dad,
Yeah,
that's for sure.
It was cool. Though.
I love books about boys and dads.
Well,
and
guess
butlers.
what? We've got it coming up, but like I said, it's the first two books, so I'm very disappointed already, and so my expectations are already pretty far down.
Who would you be your main pick for?
I honestly have no idea. I don't know because he's like a 12-year-old kid. I'm not really up to date on the latest 12-year-old kid actors. I
So
can't
Brendan
say.
Fraser.
Brendan Fraser, probably,
It
yes.
better be dark and gritty. Like it has to be.
I just hope it's not like Cirque du Freak is another one that did this. I hope it's
Yeah.
not like that. Maybe they can do something cool with it. Probably not.
Maybe.
We'll see what happens. But ARTEMIS FOWL is actually coming finally for real, for really real.
Thank you.
Next up, we do have some Marvel news. It's fake Marvel, it's faux Marvel, it's Fox Marvel. Marvel. It's about X-Men Days of Future Past, which we've been talking about a lot, and we're real excited about.
Ramping up.
It's going to be a big thing.
Yes. And what we have this week is, well, we have like a viral site.
Why is this guy honking his
Somebody's
horn?
honking. They're excited about it.
You're really
Honk
rude.
if
You're so
pumped
rude.
about X-Men. We have a viral site. We have our first look at, what's his name?
Mr. Dink.
Yeah, I know
as,
Dinklage, but what's the character's name? Can't think of it.
Trask.
Trask, that's it. I was going to say Trask. That's wrong. And we have also I guess a look at the size of the Sentinel.
Sentinel,
Excuse me. They corrected me last week. I said it like an idiot. But we have the size of it because the director's standing next to it, and it looks great. You can click the link in the info to check it out.
Yeah, it like a lot of people were worried, like how big are they gonna make them?
Yeah.
Like in the
How big are they gonna make these things?
in the cartoons and comics, it's like they could punch a building,
Yeah,
Oh,
they
really?
were-
Okay.
Yeah.
They also have rocket boots.
Now, and they got rocket boots.
What do you
other
think?
kind of
What do you
weapons?
think of the size then, based on this?
It's for a modern movie like this. It's fine. It's great
it's fine.
actually.
Okay.
They couldn't build a giant, massive robot that was gonna like stomp on Wolverine. And
I
stuff,
think because
but
then it would be like Pacific Rim. Oh wait,
it would
that's
be
not
like
wait,
it'd
that's
be
not a
like.
bad thing.
No.
What do you think of Dinklage as Trask,
He
who
looks-
becomes a black man at some point in this
Yes,
series?
he does. He looks amazing. I love it.
I think it looks fantastic. It looks
It's
so
like a goddamn
cartoony.
cartoon
Yeah.
character.
And it's funny because of the Trask character. Like, he
not
was never a
a
small
small man.
person.
No,
And
And that's fine. We accept them.
but big things have
Yeah.
small beginnings.
That was,
Anyway, Peter Dinklage, I love him. I think he's going to do great. Like the little video footage I got on the website of him like
great.
looking through a microscope.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yep.
he looks like a scientist.
He looks like a science guy. I trust that guy.
Well, he's a bad guy.
Do you like the Sentinels though? Like, are you into the design?
Yeah,
I feel
I like them, yeah.
They look a
I
little
think
goofy.
No, that's great.
But,
I like
but they're
it.
purple at least.
They look
I'm glad they're
cartoony.
purple.
It's great, and I love that. There's
Yeah.
like looks like there's like an air ventilation on their chest.
Yeah, they have like
Robots
a,
need to breathe.
Robots need to breathe too. Robots have
I love
feelings.
Sentinels.
No, they don't.
So.
We have some news about Star Wars Episode 7. Okay. The news is this is big news. This is good news. Although I guess it's kind of expected news.
Okay.
John Williams is returning to do the score.
I thought that was announced way back when this was even first announced.
It was heavily.
I guess not. I thought so too. That's why it's like
It was
expected.
a talking point, but I think now we have official confirmation.
But I mean, did he ever not do them?
Yeah, did he do the prequels?
Yeah.
He did everything.
So
yeah.
who? I mean,
It's,
yeah.
I mean, it's big news because it's good news.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
complaining,
good.
but at the same time, yeah, it was like a big deal, and I was like, I just kind of assumed.
They got the guy who did all the other Star Wars movies.
It's like if they
Yeah.
said like Yoda will probably make an appearance.
Yoda will, a lightsaber will probably show up
At some point.
And you know
yeah,
what?
At some point.
He's still on top of his A game. Say what you want about the prequels. He was.
I will
Oh,
say
nobody
that.
The music is fantastic.
Nobody complains
Yeah.
about the
Yeah.
music. Yeah. Well, John Williams is fantastic.
Yeah.
Next up, we have I think 3 stories about reboots and remakes and stuff like that.
Yes, this is my
Yeah.
favorite part.
It
of
is
the
your
show.
favorite.
We're gonna start off with the bad, the worst, and then get to the good or the best, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
It's just the good.
Sounds like an oxymoron, but continue.
First off, Scarface
Oh, boy.
is getting a remake.
Oh boy, this is just what we need.
Well,
it's just what we need.
Exactly, and it's
We
gonna
need
be.
another movie about drugs.
But listen, it's gonna be directed by David Yates.
Who
He did a
what?
Harry Potter movie and other
So
stuff.
Scarface is going to have a magic wand, and he's going to bust the door down. He's going to cast a spell, and everybody's going to turn into elephants.
Can you,
That might happen.
I can't wait.
Can I go?
No,
Scarface with Al Pacino is a remake of another Scarface.
We know.
I know,
We
I
know.
know.
But
Alright.
I'm just saying, give it a chance. I
Why
don't know
like-
who that
why
is.
like
But it's-
that?
But it's like back in the the 80s when it first came out.
Yeah.
That kind of movie was kind of new.
wait,
yeah.
Paul. When did it come out? Scarface.
82.
82.
Paul's on the
Oh,
set,
wait a
ladies
minute.
and gentlemen.
Scatter.
Are we actually running?
The next reboot that we have to talk about, it's a reboot, by the way,
Okay.
because even though there's only one actual movie, there are multiple straight-to-DVD sequels.
This doesn't
So
sound
technically,
good.
it's a franchise reboot. The Butterfly Effect, getting a reboot.
That is the most bizarre thing I've ever heard.
Okay, now do you like the Butterfly Effect?
I do.
Yeah,
I
actually.
love the
I
Butterfly
do.
Effect.
I do like that movie.
Ashton Kutcher's one role where he acted, I think.
I will agree on that.
Yeah.
I'd say in that was one of the only movies where I'm like, Ashton Kutcher can act.
He's really good.
But
the
not-
story's really good. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, it
It was
has some
original,
issues,
yeah.
but I think it's fantastic.
dark.
It's getting a reboot, and like I said, it's a reboot because there were multiple sequels that went straight to DVD, which I did not and would not
I
watch.
actually saw a snippet of it on a TV.
Terrible?
It was pretty bad.
Should we do
Yeah.
commentary on it?
Probably.
All right, maybe we will.
Coming
That's
soon.
good.
But I gotta say, this is probably the strangest news I've seen in quite some time. Don't forget, I told you we've got good news in regards to reboots.
Oh boy.
So why don't we wrap it up with the best news
All right.
ever? Guess what reboot has been? Oh, I don't know if it's been canceled, but the director walked away,
Star Wars.
so it might be canceled.
RoboCop.
No.
Yeah.
Not RoboCop.
It is actually what we were so excited about, The Mummy. Mummy in Manhattan.
Yeah. The
Manhattan Mummy.
Yeah, the
Victory.
mummy. Yeah, I'm thinking of the 360-degree spin of the mummy.
Yeah, the mummy
In
like
Times Square. Where am
Yeah,
I?
you,
I don't
you
understand
wanna
this
see a
time.
comedy show? You want to see some comedy live?
And he's like,
Now, this is, I don't know if it's not happening. I do know that Len Wiseman, the director, is not doing it.
What
Good.
All right.
It's good. This is good news. It's not great news because who gives a crap in the first place, I guess, but it's
Yeah.
good news. And the last bit of movie news we have is interesting. Unfortunately, because we're on the road, we did not have time to check this out.
Oh, no.
It is a 19-minute short film. I kind of don't want to spoil what it's about because I'm pretty sure they're kind of keeping it under wraps. It's called Truth in Journalism.
Yeah.
Truth in Journalism, and it is about a fan favorite Marvel character. It seems they're not spoiling what exactly it's about, so we won't do it. But check it out. Click the link in the info.
Yeah.
That's it for movie news.
oh boy.
That's it for movie news.
We did it.
Hey, we did it! We did it! We did it!
We did.
We've got TV news. Basically, we're getting a new show on the CW in the vein of Arrow about the Flash. About Flash, whatever you want to
Yeah,
call
I
it.
think this is about time because
Yeah.
usually when you bring up the Flash as a TV character or a movie character, people go, "Well, he just runs fast."
Yeah.
He does a lot more than
There's-
that.
He does a lot
Yeah.
more than
We
that,
had
and
a
I
really
honestly.
good conversation about that.
Well, you know
we
what?
did,
Yeah.
I think that this is a better way to do it than a movie.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
I think
yeah.
if they crossed
Yep.
over the Flash going into the movie eventually, Justice League from the show could be great.
Well, here's what they're doing with Arrow. Next
gonna-
season, apparently, they're introducing Barry Allen, who is the Flash.
That's fantastic.
awesome.
There's a lot of flashes.
It's
so
going to
yeah.
spin off from Arrow, which is very successful. People are already watching it.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't recall, there was a Flash TV series
Yep.
back in the early '90s.
Yep.
And it was my favorite show. I watched it naked every day.
Okay.
Now it's time for the commercial break and
Correct.
then video game.
Correct. So
You were
now,
gonna try and trick me.
now
You
we're
were
going to
tr-
take a quick commercial break,
Yep.
and when we come back, we'll talk about video games.
Yep.
But for now, it's a commercial break.
Welcome back to Pretty Much It.
That was a
live,
very good
live
welcome back.
here in sunny California.
Good job, Jake. Good job.
Thank you.
Stand up again. Stand up.
Take it down. There. Oh.
There you go. They think
I
you're
get
the
that.
Jonas
Ah!
They think Jake is the
you
Jonas
too.
Brothers.
You too.
No,
You
just you. Just you. You're
you.
all the Jonas Brothers.
You're just the Jonas.
You're the little brother, the one that's not in the band.
You're
Shit! First, let's talk about Fez. Did you play that?
I haven't played it, but I know the controversy surrounding the creator. I hear that he's a dick.
Yeah.
Okay,
I-
no,
yeah.
he's not
He's an
just a dick.
eccentric.
He's a lunatic. Did you see Indie Game the movie?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I like him because he's interesting, but
Yeah.
he is crazy. I thought he was gonna kill himself in the movie. I really thought he was gonna kill himself.
He's got issues, but Fez was a really great game. He's
It looked
not-
great.
I hear Fez was actually a piece of shit because it's literally you can't die, right?
No, you can die.
There's no challenge. When they
It's
show,
hard as
it's
fuck.
a little guy jumping around.
Apparently, Fez 2 was in the works. They announced it a little while ago.
In the works.
And keep in mind, this is one guy making this game,
Yep,
basically.
yep.
with two
Which is
guys.
admirable. I think
He
it's
wasn't.
interesting.
He wasn't going to get a team after the success of the first
Nope,
one.
apparently not.
What a
but
proud
he's been
asshole.
bombarded with like people just rip him apart on the internet,
Well, I mean, I've seen
like Eric just did.
Well, I've seen like.
I
some-
like him. I said I admire
you called him
the
a
fact-
lunatic. End
So
quote.
what?
He's a lunatic.
That's okay.
exactly what Eric sounds
But that's
like.
fine. I didn't say that's a bad thing.
But Fez 2 was in the works, and like I said, he gets a lot of crap on Twitter. People just, you know how
Yeah.
gamers are on the internet.
I mean,
They're just
I've
nasty.
I've seen his response to people talking, and
Sometimes he gets.
he feeds them.
like he's very unprofessional.
He
I mean,
feeds them.
He's either like trolling them,
Yeah.
like he's playing them for chumps,
No.
or he's actually like
He's actually he's very, very emotional. Let's
takes
say
it
that.
all personally. And like I always say, there's two different types of people. You either ignore it, you deal with it, whatever, or the people that acknowledge it, and then more people see it and they can mess with him, and then they do it too.
But you know what? For him, it's like there's no such thing as bad press. So he's
No, yeah.
raking
People know
it
about
in,
the game.
you know?
People know about him. So
Yeah.
what can you do?
Well, let's bring it back to the story. So all this has built up, and then he got in a fight with a guy from GameTrailers.com.
Like a fist
Uh-oh.
fight,
No,
like
an
a
argument.
bar fight,
An argument.
like a knife fight, gunfight.
A Twitter fight. It's real serious.
Oh,
All right?
okay.
That was essentially the straw that broke the camel's back.
Oh,
and
oh no.
He said, and I quote, "I hate the game industry." And then he said, "That's it. Fez 2 is canceled. Goodbye."
Sounds like he just had a little.
What is he,
temper
AOL?
tantrum. Yeah.
And he's confirmed it with multiple places. It's really canceled. He's done. He's leaving the
It'll
game
come
industry.
back. He'll do it.
Didn't he say?
You know
he
why?
actually-
Because he's gonna run out of money eventually.
He said. He
He's
said.
gonna be like, "What have I done?"
Do you remember the part in Indie Game the movie? He said like something like, "If I can't make games, I'm gonna kill myself."
He literally. That's what I said. He literally said, "He's like,
Yeah.
I will kill myself."
Yeah. The second bit of news is really exciting, especially if you still own BioShock Infinite.
That's it, yeah.
I didn't finish it. I didn't
All right.
finish it.
This is not going to be spoilers
Okay.
at all.
All right.
But there is DLC coming out for the game that is story-based DLC, and we're really pumped about it.
Oh, it continues the story.
Yep.
Yeah,
In a way.
It's in a way. It's kind of like a spin-off of the story.
Yeah.
As you just said, as you opened it, I no longer own BioShock, so
Right.
I'm sad.
It's
I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna cry about it, and then
just go rent it. Or
I
And
might-
then I was gonna say,
yeah.
then maybe borrow it from
and
someone.
maybe borrow it. But yeah, it when I heard they were making DLC about BioShock, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
BioShock's hopping on the DLC train. It's just gonna be like an extra.
like the season pass and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But they're
this,
more.
this actually looks like something worth getting.
Yeah.
It's different. It's actually, it looks like worth downloading. You know?
There's a quick teaser trailer, and it's basically almost like a spin-off type of thing with Booker and Elizabeth in Rapture, and it's 50 style noir.
Uh-huh.
And like it just looks really cool. It's like he's like a detective, and he's like need a light miss, and he lights the plasmid. That gave me
Yeah.
chills. And then she's like, "My name's Elizabeth."
It gave you chills.
Anyway, it's called what is it called?
It's called BioShock.
No, it's called BioShock Infinite Buried at Sea. So that's
Uh-huh.
probably gonna be really cool.
I think so too.
The end.
Are you okay?
Come on. Yeah, but that's it for video games. So now
Oh,
it's
no.
poll time, I believe, right?
Poll
Yes, it is. It is
Poll
poll
time.
time. Everybody sing the poll song. Go.
Ready? Poll time. It's the poll time. Poll time. Poll time. Not stripper polls. Polls like you vote.
One of my favorite songs of all time. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
My mom used to sing me that song every night.
Used to lull me to sleep.
Lull me to sleep.
Lull us both to sleep.
Yeah.
I love
Saved
your
my
mom.
life.
All right. Last week's poll question was, what was your favorite part of Comic-Con 2013?
Oh.
And I'm not surprised by the first answer, but the second two I was like, okay, maybe, maybe not.
Yeah.
In third place with 18 votes, we have the Breaking Bad panel, which was great because you saw Bryan Cranston came in with a Bryan Cranston
was so
mask.
awesome.
That was cool.
And he was walking around as Bryan Cranston, which is great, as Heisenberg,
What a
as Walter
goon.
White, but still. In second place with 29 votes, we have something we forgot to mention, I'm really mad we did, Loki at Comic-Con.
Oh yeah,
This was legitimately magic.
That was Tom Hiddleston all dressed up and everything.
Well, Tom
right?
Hiddleston is the man in general, but him as Loki, I love Loki.
Did he put a rabbit in the hat?
He did not put a rabbit in a hat, but what he did was he sacrificed an
rabbit.
old man on stage. It was great. It was really great.
I forgot that Loki did that.
Yeah, yeah.
I was hoping for him to make an appearance as when he was in Warhorse.
Yeah,
really boring.
Warhorse
So-
Tom Hiddleston.
Wait, so Tom
Or
Hiddleston
Deep Blue
in
Sea,
Warhorse,
not the shark
or
movie.
Loki showing up in Warhorse as Loki.
Yeah, no, Loki on a Warhorse.
Loki comes out
Metal.
on a horse.
Metal.
Yeah, but that might happen in a movie one day. So, you know.
All right.
And in first place, I'm not surprised by first place. With 72 votes, Batman and Superman,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
obviously.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Obviously, yes.
I disagree with all of you. I really wish we had a RoboCop or a Godzilla in there, but that's fine.
It might have been in
I
there.
think
I
you're
was
the-
in there.
It might
yeah,
have been in
but
there.
I really think
stop.
you are the only person on the planet wanting anything from the RoboCop movie.
Like, just out of
Well,
like
no,
this
or
movie.
the people that are going to make money from it,
Yeah, them too.
they're hoping. But wait a minute. Are you a producer?
on what RoboCop?
Yeah.
That's not why I'm like, no.
So why did you write it?
I had a hand.
Wait a
in the
minute.
script.
What did you do?
You had a hand in the
What
right.
did you do? No, nothing.
Why did you be such an asshole? We're asking you a
We are
question.
trying to congratulate you on your
no,
success.
leave me alone. It's over. It's done.
All right, so
Jonas
Jake-
Brothers out. I'm out of here. Nick Jonas has left the building.
That was last week's poll question. This week's poll question is a very special poll question.
Oh, now here's some classic.
Exactly a year ago, not exactly a year ago to the date, but exactly a year ago in terms of how many episodes it's been, we made a promise, we made a vow, a Channing Tatum vow.
That we'd get married.
No.
Okay.
We made a vow that this poll question would be a repeat of the poll question we asked a year ago, Avengers or Dark Knight Rises. Which did you prefer? Which was your favorite?
And the whole point of this was just to see how would time
affect your opinion.
No.
Stop! And basically, we figured that Dark Knight Rises had come out sooner, so you might be, thinking about Dark Knight Rises more. Now it's been a long time, and what we need to do also is next week. I suppose we'll wait until next week. You guys let us know by clicking the link in the info to go to our Facebook page and vote in the poll. And then next week, not only will you let us know your answer, but Jake.
Oh.
Jake. So not only will you let us know what you think, Jake promised that he would tell us his opinion on this question a year from then,
Because
which
he
is
didn't.
now.
He didn't last time.
No,
last
he
time,
refused.
He chickened out. He didn't want to be negatively seen.
Did you guys commit to answers back then?
We
Yes,
did.
we
What
did.
did you guys say?
Doesn't matter because we don't want to influence their decisions
Okay.
or opinions.
All right.
So let
Next
us know
week.
and we'll talk about it next week. I'm
Next
excited about that.
Yep.
I'm excited to see what he thinks, even though I already know just because we're friends.
Do you actually?
And that is it for this week's episode of Pretty Much It. Once again, we are at VidCon. Thank you very much to everybody that came. Thank you very much. But thank you very much for watching. Thank you for hanging around with us. We're here at VidCon. It's so nice to see all these people, and it really kind of makes it real to see the people.
It
So
made it
yeah,
real.
because we're just looking at a camera every week, but this is great. Hope you
Now we can
enjoyed
look
it.
at your faces,
And I guess we'll see you again next week.
And that's pretty much it.